you won't be with me?
Why you all in my
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, you already know what's about to happen, so let's just get into this video real quick. So let's go. First tip is for growing your hair is keep moisturized, like never dry. And like don't be combing your hair while it's dry and there's no moisture, not even wet at all. Do not comb your hair. That would just cause breakage. When you leave your hair dry, it's just gonna cause breakage and split ends will just go all the way to the top, and that's why your hair falls out. But yeah, so that's tip number 1, is to keep your hair moisturized. Definitely at all times. Okay, tip number 2 tip number 2 is to leave your hair alone. Honestly, like when you always manipulate your hair, like if you're the type of person to always be putting edge control on and brushing your hair into a ponytail, or like combing it out hard and putting it into a bun to make it look sleek and stuff, you gotta stop manipulating your hair. Just leave it alone. Like, I don't know, braid it or use protective hairstyles. That's the key. Protective hairstyles is the key. I'm telling you, leave your hair alone. Keep it moisturized and leave it alone. Like, I don't care if you just put it in a bun or a ponytail, but leave that bun and ponytail for a week. Stop trying to sleek your hair every day and just like mess with it every single day, because it's gonna cause breakage trying to comb it every single day, trying to mess with it every single day and stuff. Put in gel every single day. Like, just chill. But yeah, keep it moisturized and leave it alone. Tip number 3, stop with the heat. Stop it. Like, especially if you got my type of hair, like, or curly hair, curly natural hair. Like, you know, heat damage is a real thing. Do you want to keep cutting off your hair, cutting off the damaged parts? No, you don't. So start new and stop with the heat. Stop with so much heat. Like, probably once a year would be cool. But honestly, set a goal for yourself. Like, okay, this year I'm not going to do no heat. And watch. Just watch. A whole year without no heat. You cut off the damaged parts. A whole year without no heat. You've been keeping it moisturized. You've been leaving it alone. Wearing protective hairstyles. And no heat. You'll be good. Because heat will damage your hair. It damages your hair for real. And it dries your hair too. So yeah, blow dry your hair is fine, because my hair is blow dried right now. But that's fine. But it's the how often you do it. Like, if you're always the one to straighten your hair, or keep putting heat, it's gonna lead to a bad, you know, it's a bad result. So yeah, I would advise you not to straighten your hair a lot, because strain it and too much heat will cause heat damage, and then you have one strand that's longer and the other strand is curly, and your whole head will just look mixed up, and nobody wants damage. Let's be real. So yeah, that's tip number 3. Okay, deep condition. Now, here's one thing about deep conditioners. I used to, when I was like trying to grow out my hair a lot, I used to do deep condition every week. You gotta stop right there. Deep conditioning like every week is not good, because deep conditioners have a lot of protein, and a lot of protein can actually make your hair kind of like fall out. Like, too soft, it'll fall out, you know. So I would recommend like once a month. Once a month is pretty good to deep condition your hair. And deep conditioning your hair, when you do it, you should do it overnight. That's like the best results, I'm telling you. Because, you know, it says like put the deep conditioner in, shower cap, and leave it on for like 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, that works too. Like, it's the same thing. But like, honestly, if you want a better results, and if you're doing it once a month, you should just do it overnight. Try it overnight once. Like, leave your cap on, put a bonnet over, a scarf over that shower cap, and leave it on for the night. And then in the morning you could wash it out, and your hair's gonna feel so soft. And if you do that once a month, a deep conditioner, and you could watch my other video, it was my natural hair products, and I wouldn't be naming a lot of deep conditioners, and they're so good. Trust me, they work so well on my hair. Like, my hair used to be up to here, now it's down my back. Like, I just trimmed my hair too, but that was my other video. But yeah, so castor oil. I'm telling you, castor oil does the job. Castor oil is meant to promote hair growth, definitely. Like, if you look up castor oil, it should say that. And almost that, look, I have a testimony. I've experienced castor oil all the time. When I wanted to grow my hair out, which it did grow out, it grew pretty fast too, faster than I expected. But I used a lot of castor oil, or a lot of products that already had castor oil in it. But what I would recommend Jamaican black castor oil. You know, just like massage your scalp with it every week. You know, like 2 days out the week, massage your scalp. If you don't want to do every day, if you're not that consistent, 2 days out your week dedicated to massaging your scalp. Cause you gotta keep your hair moisturized, but keep your scalp moisturized too. Cause you know, dandruff and all. You don't. Tip number 6, I believe. Trim your hair. I have a video on how to trim your hair. It's like, just look, I have a video on that. Trim your hair pretty quick. If you do trims once you see split ends, and that's probably like, you know, like every, like, I don't know, to be honest. I can't give you a range, but when you start seeing split ends, like, you'll notice when you start seeing split ends, like, at the end, it don't go right through. You know, it's like, it's snagging at the end. It's like, oh, like, really hard. Like, you know when you have split ends, you'll feel it. You'll be like, damn, it's hard. You know, like, you know when you have split ends. Your hair will tell you when you have split ends. And you could just look at your hair. If you really focus on your hair, and it just looks rough, and it looks like, that's not how it's supposed to look, please get rid of those. Trim it. A little quick trim. It's rather to have healthy hair than long hair. If your hair is, you know, long and it's not healthy, nigga, cut some off. You know, a trim will be great. If you leave split ends in your hair, it won't be split ends no more. It's just gonna go all the way up, and that's how your hair breaks. Like, once you leave split ends down here, it's gonna just split all the way. Each strand will split onto the top, and that's a lot, man. That's a lot to handle. And that's why your hair falls out, and that's why it's dry, and the breakage. Split ends you don't want to keep. I promise you don't want to keep that, because it's going to affect you in the long run. So yeah, take care of them split ends. Just trim it a little. Please don't be afraid. It's okay. It will grow back. If you're using my tips, it will grow back. There's this one thing. You should wear a bonnet to sleep, and I get it. Like, sometimes when you sit down and your bonnet is all the way across the room, and you're laying down, and you're like, shoot, I forgot to put my bonnet on. That's so me. But usually I keep a bonnet right by my bed head and just grab it while I'm laying down and just put it on real quick. Or you can have a satin pillowcase. You could cop one at a beauty supply store. They have satin pillowcases, which is like a bonnet without wearing it. Like, if you don't have the bonnet with you, you could take that pillowcase, put it on your pillow, and sleep on it. And if you roll around, you roll back and forth, you're cool. Actually, I have one right now. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. So basically, this is what a satin pillowcase would look like. Look out, what? Oh, this would be a good background, right? Wait. Okay, so this is what a satin pillowcase is like. It's like silk. It's very, like, bonnet, like, you know. There's other colors like white, light pink, and other. I don't know. It depends on your beauty supply store, but you could cop one of these satin pillowcases. It's pretty useful to me. I got like 2 or 3 of these, and I just put on my pillowcase. This just came out the laundry, as if y'all care. Anyways, yeah, cop one of those if you lose your bonnets, or you don't feel like getting up sometimes, you know, because it's very important to cover your hair at night, because usually on a not cotton, but like some of the pillows could cause breakage to your hair, especially if it's not moisturized, you know, especially if your hair is already dry and you're sleeping on a cotton pillow. It's kind of gonna, you know, it probably will break your hair a lot because you roll around, you know, and your hair is rubbing against the pillow, and it does break. It probably don't break off everything, but like, you know what I'm saying, it causes breakage every day you sleep, and every day is just new breakage. So please try to use a bonnet, a scarf is fine, or a satin pillow. Yeah, somebody just called me. Yeah, so cop is this like, was my camera like this? Anyways, cop one of these, you'll thank me later, trust me. So yeah, cover your hair at night, and basically that's it. Like, that's all the tips I have right now, and I promise you, if you follow those tips and you be dedicated to it, like, it should work out in your favor, really. So let's go over these tips. So keep your hair moisturized. Wait, what did I say? Protective hairstyles. No heat. Deep condition once a month, not every day, not every week. Castor oil is great for the hair. Or get yourself a satin pillowcase, and they look so cute. Like, they're just so cute. Anyways, I think that was all I just said. Probably was one more. I feel like there was one more, but who knows? Yeah. And also, just a little bonus, just because I have this on my arm, I mean, these are good, but you know how sometimes the rubber bands are not good for your hair? I'm just saying, like, that just came to my mind real quick. Rubber bands will pull your hair, like, you know, if you use them a lot. But yeah, anyways, and tight hairstyles will break your hair. But that's it. See you in the next video. Peace. Well, no.